Hey guys, today we're doing a live lesson with James Abbey. You've seen him for long game. Today we're having a look at short game coming into the start of the season. We're going to have a look at where the short game's at and give him things to work at that are going to make the difference to his game. Look at those marginal gains that are going to mean that he can start to save shots in key situations he might encounter in tournaments. Okay, so we're just going to play these just to assess it to start with. I want you to assess the lie to see how the ball's going to come out. Okay, so that's a little bit scruffy. I'll give you a slightly better one. Okay, so a little bit barer. Okay, so to the flag, 4 foot. So I'm not going to say anything to you too much technically. The first few I want to see how you judge the lie, how the ball comes out, and what the shot ends up being like. Okay, pretty decent. Okay, so what happens if we get this one from, let's get this lie. Okay, so that's sat up a little bit more for you there, mate. Same flag.
Yeah.
How do you think the ball's going to come out?
Higher with less spin.
Okay, so you're going to have to hit it harder or same shot? Or you're going to land, what are you going to do with the landing zone?
If it comes out a bit higher, you're going to have to pitch it a bit further.
Yeah.
A bit higher.
Okay. Okay, right, go for it then, mate. That was well played. Okay, we're going to go to where the disc is, okay, from here. So, it's tight-ish, okay. Still on the 56?
No, I got 60.
Okay. So, what shot are you going to play from here, mate?
It's quite high with quite a lot of stop on it.
Okay, so tell me when to stop walking. Where do you want it to land? Right here. Okay.
Yeah.
If you get enough height, okay, if you get it coming in high enough, you can land it anywhere from about there to there, and it'll still finish within 4 feet. Green's running away from you. Okay. Factor in as well a little bit downwind.
Right.
Okay, so factor that in for me, mate. Okay, go for it. Not a bad result. Slightly scruffed that, didn't you?
A little bit.
Okay, play it again then. Okay, so what you're doing on that one there at the minute is you're slightly, because you're trying to get a height on it, dropping back on it, okay? Widen the stance a little bit so your centre of gravity gets a bit lower. Okay, on the way through, feel like you go a bit more this way, mate. So you get a little bit more there. A little bit more turn, a little bit more hand going under. Okay, so wider stance, a little bit wider, good. Ball a bit further forwards, okay, good. Feel like it's quite shallow and hand works under. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so what do you think you did there?
Weight on the back.
Okay, and also the swing there for this shot's really short. So if you watch, like, you know, you've seen that Tiger playing recently, Spieth and people like that, they're making quite decent length back swings, okay? Whereas what you're doing is you're trying to hit that shot from a really short position here and then trying to force it, make it slightly longer, let the face open a little bit more, so feel like the face gets more open this way going back, okay? Let's make a little practice swing, let that toe get open. Okay, so really feel that toe get open. There you go. Okay, and then let the hands, feel like the hands go towards your left trouser pocket on the way through. Well, it'll increase the loft through the ball. Okay, go for it. Nearly. Okay, let's try that one again.
Very scuffy here.
So this is going to be tight. It's quite tight. So you can still play the shot though, okay?
Yeah.
If you let the bounce work on it, it's just a tight lie. But you're going to play a lot of links this year, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be faced with shots like this. Okay, so it's only scruffy because you're falling back on it. Okay, okay, play it again. See, that was played way better, but the swing's too short. If you're playing really good golf, you should be playing these golf courses, yeah? So, I know that this isn't a ringway sort of grass, yeah? Okay, but what we need is, you need to get the club to come through like that, so it's coming through that way, yeah? Whereas you're going. Or,
So I'm not actually driving, I'm just keeping the weight stable and using the arm.
well, if it feels like the arms, the club's got to work under and be narrow on the way through, mate. Yeah? Okay, so let's see you play one. Okay, because from here, the only way we can't, although it's a good lie, we can't get this low in the face and let him play a low spinner, can we? No. The only way to get this close is to use height. Yeah? So you've got to have it opening in the backswing and then let it slide under. Right, that's miles better. Okay, it was a little bit chunky. Yeah? Now I think the only way to change that is make that backswing a bit longer still. Okay?
Really?
Yeah. A bit longer and a bit more open at the top. Try one. Now's the perfect time to try it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the worst that's going to happen? You knife it across the green.
Exactly.
Everyone on YouTube laughs at you, no they don't, honestly. Stand a bit taller, you're a bit too low there, that's better, mate. Okay, so really let it open up in that backswing and then slide it under. There you go.
Oh, that was so much better.
Right, so the length of the swing is giving you, you've not got to do anything, all you're doing is dropping the club under. So there's momentum from the club juice to the length of it, isn't there? From here, but from here you're trying to do everything, aren't you? And you've got no time. So because you don't like the shot, it gets even jerkier. So you're going like this, you're trying to put loads of energy in, so you're grabbing it. What happens to the club if I grab it? What happens to the angles there? It's lagging into it. And I'm lagging it. Now I've got to get rid of that angle to use the bounce, so I've got to go that way. So then I decel it or I dig the leading edge, which is what you told me at the start, that you've been digging that leading edge. Whereas on that shot then, getting it longer there meant that it could just drop under. Yeah? Okay, let's play one more like that. Okay, on the way through, I want you to feel like you go like this for this shot. Okay, give yourself a slightly better line than that if you want. Not a T-peg though. Okay. Then we go like this on the way through. We go there, so it feels like you're going right into your pocket with it.
Yeah, last one was a bit of a long fall.
Yeah, but it was a perfect strike, wasn't it? Yeah? So just think taller, long backswing, let it slide under. Nearly. You just got a bit this way. You've got quite drivey there, haven't you? It's more full follow-through sort of thing. It's quite divoty, isn't it? Yeah? To get the feeling of it, because what does the tempo of this need to be like? It's going to be quick or is it quietly slow?
If you're going underneath it fairly quick,
Well, think about it. We've got length of swing here.
Oh, right. I suppose slow then.
Okay, so because we've got, if length of swing gives us momentum from the distance the club head's travelling, don't we? If I've got it here and I want to get some height, I've got to put loads of energy in to get any power out of it, haven't I? Yeah, so that's why you've been grabbing it, because you've been making a backswing that's too short, but then trying to get power out of a short backswing for the shot. So what I want you to do is feel it again and get it longer, okay? But then just think about the gravity dropping the club under the ball. There you go. So could you hear how the bounce came through there? Yeah? So, but if you hit at it and you create lag in your golf swing, a lot of it, and you come through that way, you're going to do this, aren't you? Yeah. Which is why this was divoty. So it's going to have that length to it. It doesn't have to be super long, but long enough to let the face open. There you go. Okay? Because we obviously saw the first 2 shots you played, the low ones. You hit them great. Yeah, they were really good. Okay, widen the stance just a touch. Okay, feel like the leg stays still. Okay, bit of length, let it slide under. Right, do you hear the strike? That, stop dead. So you just got to learn how hard and how soft to hit this, yeah? Okay. Because what I'd say now is if I go like this and we miss this green off the tee, which we haven't, let's say the pin's where the white is, so this would be short-sided-ish, yeah? Okay. If I put you in that lie there, which is pretty nasty, sat down, okay, with grass behind the ball, okay? So first question is, how do we control that shot? Can we control that with the grooves and spin?
No, because the grass is in the way, isn't it?
Okay, so but have we got much green to work with? No. Okay, so we can't risk trying to drive this into a slope, can we? Okay, now that pin's a pretty horrible pin there on the edge of that slope. How are we going to try and get that close?
Slide under it.
Okay, so the only way we can control it is the angle the ball's coming in. Do you want the ball to come in like this? No. Or do you want it to come in like that? Okay, so the similar sort of shot there, it's a bit like a bunker shot, isn't it? Yeah, because you can't get any grip on the ball with the grooves, but you can control it with the height it comes in at. Yeah. Okay, so think about that shot for me then. Not as much leg drive as that, quieten them down. Really good. Nearly. You just didn't let the club pass as early, so you didn't get the hands to go this way with it enough. Right. Kind of went this way a bit.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so it's going to feel like that right hand's working under more as the left shoulder clears out the way. There you go. Feel the difference there?
Yeah, it makes the club face more open.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds better.
It's different, isn't it? Yeah, because you think about this, okay? If I let that right hand start to work under, which is going to be this way, but obviously the chest's got to still go with it. Okay, but if I do that, where am I hitting the ground? Behind it, if anything, yeah. And what's the loft doing? It's increasing. Okay. Now if I had a movement of the body into it, I've now got quite a long bottom, so I just hit the floor along there. Okay. Whereas yours is still just a little divotty, so it's just coming in a little bit too much this way. So you're getting a little bit there rather than letting the body clear and letting that hand work a bit more under. So a great thought is try and feel as early as you can you're letting that butt of the club point back to your belly button. Okay, don't put the weight on the back foot, keep it even. Because if you think about this, if you go your weight on the back foot, where are you going to hit the ground?
Behind it.
Okay, so in this shot, if anything, you actually want a little bit of extra left leg lean, yeah? So widen the stance a little bit, okay? Push your left knee more forwards and outwards, okay? Now, get the ball further forwards in the stance, get hands backwards. Now, feel like you keep the weight over that left side and let the right hand work under. Different movement, wasn't it? Because you've been going like this, mate. When you've been setting back, you're setting back here. So all of a sudden, I want to try and hit the ground here, don't I? So if I redistribute my weight, what happens? Like a full golf swing. Yeah? Let's get that knee out just a little bit. That's good. Okay, hands back, ball forwards just a little bit. There you go. Right, now feel it. Right hand works under as your chest out the way. There you go. Feel the difference. Right. Okay, a little bit of extra knee flex. That wasn't a bad shot out of that.
Horrendous line.
It was terrible. But your backswing was too short, okay?
Right.
But if you practice out of the worst lies, okay, if you get anything resembling a half bad one, you're gonna find it quite easy, aren't you?
Yeah.
What we tend to do though is, I've done this over the years, you know, whereas if I go practicing, I was always giving myself a decent lie, and I was like, oh, I'll just chip off this all the time, and I'd always keep improving it, so it was like perfect every time. But if we get less than perfect, then all of a sudden, we don't really like it. How often do we get perfect when we play? Not very often. So you've got to be able to become really good at this, and really good at, you know, a variety of lies. So when you get the good lie, you almost feel like, oh, this is easy, I can almost hold it, sort of thing. Yeah. Whereas coming into here and going, oh well, I've been unlucky that I've come into this bad lie. Reality is, if you're in a comp, you've still got to get this up and down. You've got to find a way. Yeah. You can't just accept that this is just going to be a drop shot. Keep that knee flexed. Let it slide under. There you go. Okay, go for it, mate. Okay, length of swing. Okay, it's just going to slide under. Yes, mate. So right, how long could the swing be? Because what's happening to the grass, the club loses energy through that grass, doesn't it? Yeah, it's gonna slow the club down, so I can afford to play it like a short-sided bunker shot. That's 6-7 feet. That's a really good shot from here. Yeah. You've got a good putt at par. Okay. Anything else though, these ones, that's a really tough two-putt, isn't it? Up the slope. Because if picking on a quick green, it starts to get away from you. Let's play a couple down here on this tight stuff. Okay. So what we're doing here more than anything, mate, is we're really looking at how what your weaknesses are. So this is going to lead to what your main practice is. So when you go and tip the balls over and go and chip, we know that first shot there, a short-sided cut-up one, it's not quite a flop, but it's going to feel a bit floppy to you. It's probably your weakest shot, okay? Your best one's that one, okay? So that's the one you need to practice the absolute least, okay? And you need to start practicing out the rough so you know how it starts to react, okay? So, okay, I'm going to just pull this just a fraction to the left here. Go to it there, mate. Yeah? Do you need to flop this?
I'd say so. Probably similar shot to that. Maybe. Well, I was going to play it, I'd use my 56. I'd just bump it on the front of the green and roll it up. But
okay, well, have a look at this then for a sec. You say you could bump it in, okay? Think about this now, okay? You're going to have to play it into this slope here, aren't you? What's going to happen to the ball into the slope?
slow it down.
Okay, but can you predict the first bounce into the slope? You have to drive it in, okay? Think about this, we're trying to get this close, you want to make a real easy par, okay? So your landing area here, if you're going to hit it in low, it's probably a 1 foot square, right? I'm not asking you to play a flop shot, okay? But I want something that's got a bit of spin on it, yeah? It doesn't have to be super aerial, okay? So if you play one like that, you can afford to land it at the top of the ridge here, and if it drops stone dead there, you're still only 5-6 foot away, okay? But if it hops and skids, the worst you're going to be is up here. If you land it a bit further, where the green's getting flatter, okay, I mean, you probably will have brought in a bit higher. So really, you've got, on the higher shot, you can land it from there to about there and still have an easy putt for par.
So it's 5 foot instead of 1 foot.
Yeah, so your margins are bigger. Yeah, like I agree, the low one's all right, but you look at where we are now. If we look back down to the ball, this is quite down, okay? And if we miss strike it at all, in the front here's quite soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we don't have to be much out, do we? And it hits that and it gets to here, because it's not going to jump out of this, is it?
No.
Okay? Or we hit it right on the edge there and it doesn't get up the bank. Yeah? So it's playing it into here. I think this is a mid-flighted shot, slightly opening the face and letting it slide a little bit, using the bounce still and getting a bit skiddy, but not getting it super aerial. Okay, so let's play a couple of those.
So not would you say the same technique as that, or different?
Similar, but I don't think it needs to be quite as long a swing and not quite as open a club face.
Right.
Okay, just a little bit open. Okay, it'll feel more like you're cutting across it out to in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so feel like the club works out towards me over here in the backswing. Okay, and then letting it just work across just a little on the way through. So that was good. And I wouldn't have said you struck that perfect, would you?
No, not at all.
Okay, so be dead honest. Give me a grade on how you felt. Well, you struck that.
Like 6, 5.
Okay. Okay, so 50% good. Yeah. What do you think of the outcome? It's almost a gimme, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the outcome brilliant, and the shot wasn't that good.
No.
Okay. If you're playing the low one, you've got to strike it perfect to get the perfect result. So that's what I'm saying. Your margins on that are massive.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have one more. This time, just so you can see it with that. Okay. Play it low with the 60. Okay. And pitch it into the slope and see what happens. Okay.
Exactly what we said.
Did you? That was struck well.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah?
Yeah.
That was struck amazing, okay? You needed the ball to land where it's finished, yeah? So how far are we out? 2 foot?
2 foot, yeah.
That's not a lot, is it?
No.
And it's not, and now you've got 12 foot up the slope, okay? So play one more the other way,
Yeah.
okay? By the way you played the other one, tempo-wise, was so much better. It had more length, it had a bit more time. So for you, this will feel quite slow and leisurely. It won't be, but it'll feel it, because you were just too snappy. That was a great strike. Okay, so right, let's have a look. That landed past the hole, or literally right next to it, yeah? Okay, so that one, you missed your landing area on that shot there by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're 8 foot out of your perfect landing area, yet you've got a pretty flat putt coming back down the green from here. What's this?
7 foot.
7, 8 foot, yeah? Okay, pretty easy putt to have a go at. And this is a tougher putt, but this one was only missed by 2 feet. So that shot, if you think about it, I know it struck amazing, but in terms of where you landed it, okay, you missed it by an absolute country mile, didn't you? But the result was perfect. Yeah. So if you say on that shot, strike, so if you analyse why that shot went wrong, strike, really good, yeah? Okay, trajectory, really, really good, okay? What was the only thing that could have been out?
Just the length of the shot.
Okay, or the speed you played it at.
Right.
Yeah, I thought the length was pretty good. I just thought your speed was a bit too brisk still. So that's just something you need to work at, yeah? So right, let's just play one more thing here. Because it's a similar shot, and I want to see how well you do. I'm going to play it downhill to this one, okay? So this is downhill, downhill lie, downhill green. Okay. Give you a good lie to start with. Okay, so that's a good lie, sat up. Okay, how do you think you want to how are you going to get the ball close?
I'd play it almost like a flop, and just get it on maybe 2 foot on the green, and it'll roll down because it's downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If it doesn't do because it's soft, but you execute it well, we can actually say, do you know what? For today's conditions, that was a really good shot. Yeah.
So I'd play it similar to the one we played over there, rather than the big flop.
100%. Yeah. What else could you? One thing you need to do though, because obviously you're more on a down slope here.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the weight with it, but to do that, get a little bit wider and keep the swing a little bit shallower. I'd be a bit wider than that, mate. Okay. Feel like it's quite shallow, the swing. So there you go. Okay, where will your weight be? It looks a bit on your right side there, mate.
A little bit on this side.
Okay, that looks better.
Right, well, I've played that like 1 out of 10. It's not horrendous.
Okay. So the only thing that we did there is we didn't let the club slide as it was working down the slope. You kind of just got after it a little bit, yeah?
A bit quick.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you can see now, if you think about this, at the moment, you've not really been liking that 60, have you?
No.
So you've been avoiding it a little bit, okay? So you can see, and unfortunately, it's not been particularly fair that you've got camera on you while you don't even like playing it with it, yeah?
Right.
Okay, so you've got two things in your way. You've got a bit of pressure because it's on camera, because who don't want good shots on a camera? I would want to, okay? And secondly, you're playing with a club that you don't particularly like, okay? And what those things are doing is, they're both under pressure, so you're going to get quicker, yeah? But well, this is actually quite good for you, because you're going to play a lot of hopefully decent events this year, and if you're not under pressure, then you're not performing, are you? Okay, so if you've got no pressure on you, you're obviously not having the season you want to have. So you want to have pressure. So we need to get your short game absolutely bulletproof. Okay, play another one like this, mate. Because what I'd say is the reason why you want to get good at these short-sided shots is if your long game's good enough, you will be attacking more pins. You will leave yourself more short-sided shots. If you're missing them by miles, your long game must be miles off. That's good. Really good. Get him. That was tidy, that, mate. Okay. What would you do on this? Not a bad lie. Okay. How are you going to play this one?
It doesn't need to be that high. It's just spin more.
Okay. So first thing is, what have you got in your favour from where the ball is sitting?
You're on upslope.
Perfect. So that should do what to the trajectory?
Make it higher.
Okay. So great. Okay. Now think about the shot you're going to play. Where does your weight need to go on the shot?
A little bit on my right.
Perfect. Okay. So you don't need to add loft at address, do you?
No.
Okay. And you can be fairly aggressive with your landing zone, can't you? I don't mean be aggressive in terms of driving the shaft, but I'd be saying that you can land this further on the green because it's going to come higher. But be aware of an overhanging branch, so don't open it because you don't want to flop it straight up. Ball ran up the grooves more, didn't it?
Just didn't hit it hard enough, did I?
No. So the ball, you just ran up the grooves a bit more. I actually thought you played that pretty well, to be fair. Play one more. I actually think this is almost standard chippy type shot, but working with the slope. Okay, I think that's good. Really good. Okay, that stopped so quickly. That stopped like you'd want a flop shot to play off another lie. So you can see now though, we're doing it on different lies. This is what you need to start doing, mate. Okay, let's play two at the back of the green here to finish with. Okay. So this would be the sort of shot where I'm thinking to you, it's not difficult. You should be looking at picking out a spot and trying to knock this in. Okay, so looking at this, almost thinking about the last part of it, almost like how you'd read a putt. So you're going to pick an area to land it, then think about the direction it's going to run into the hole. So I want you to just look at it, okay? And think about where you want to land it. Are you thinking here, here, here? Have a look at the lie you've got. Because if you're a tour player, they're looking to hole these, aren't they?
So I'm going to almost de-loft it a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And just pitch it probably 3 or 4 foot on the green.
Perfect.
Roll it up and it's going to break about a foot to the right, maybe.
Perfect. So that's just such an easy par if you've not knocked it in, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what it needs to be. We'll just go to this very last bit here. I want you to try and play me 2 shots off a tight lie. okay? Because if we've missed the green here, again, we've not missed it by a lot, but this is a pretty tight lie, yeah? Okay? But we don't need height, do we? So it's not like the tight lie over here where we didn't have a choice because we had no green to play with, okay? So I'm going to play it to one to the disc and one to there, okay? They both need slightly different shots, don't they?
Yeah. That
Okay.
one will need spin on that, just line and distance, and you probably need a little bit of height and a little bit of spin on that one.
Okay.
Just because it's just over the crest of the hill, isn't it?
And if I went like this, we'll play 2 shots to that one because we're not talking a lot of difference here in where the ball's going to sit. So we've got one from there and one from there. What have we got? 5 foot of difference. So this is a lot straighter, but it's downhill. So you probably want to have a bit of spin on that, but low. And that one I'd have a little bit of height and spin. Okay, so first of all, play the standard one for me. Okay, so what you'd need to figure out from that line now is, again, this is just getting more sort of golf IQ, if you like, in terms of where you're at, in terms of what's happening to the shot. Where did the ball come off in the face?
There, quite low.
Okay, so what's going to happen to the ball?
It's going to be lower but spinnier.
So your landing zone can be a bit more aggressive, can't it?
Yeah.
It's not going to, you'd have to play it with a straighter face club to get it to run or deal off this club.
Yeah.
I would have played that one there, probably could have landed nearly where it finished.
Yeah, it did stop quite quickly.
Yeah, it did. Okay,
Yeah.
but so that's just, you're a bit surprised by that, but that just says to me that what we've got to do is just get more variety in the lies that we practice off. So you get used to how the ball's going to react off the lies. So therefore, you can then see, right, in this shot, in this situation, I need this shot. Yeah, rather than just practicing from one spot.
Yeah.
Okay, so play this one to there now. So this one, you could play the same shot there as you played, except I just cut across it a little bit more out to in.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it just gets a little bit more spinny. That was good.
Played it well.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Okay, go back here one more time. This is that tight stuff again. I'm playing it to there, okay. You want a little bit of height as well, don't you?
Yeah.
What I'd do is I'd have the toe of the club sitting into the floor a little bit more. I don't mean loads, and the heel, if anything, slightly off.
Yeah.
It'll skim a little more and come off a bit deader for you.
Yeah. Oh.
So I just needed length of swing, okay? No, but so your takeaways for this are, we need to work at getting a bit more tempo with them, yeah? So when we've got soft cut-up shots, to get too short, that was short and jabby, yeah? So it needs to get longer, so that's what you need to practice. Get those high ones, getting it more opened up a little bit more, letting it cut under, and then just practicing a variety of lies, yeah? So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this lesson. Obviously for James, trying it in different lies, so he's kind of get the exposure to what's going to happen to the ball. If you'd like to see more short game videos, please comment below, let us know. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching, and talk with you again very soon.